Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the 5-game NBA slate on Tuesday. First time watching, well, cover content for DFS and for player prop stuff. We sponsored the video. That would be Parlay Play. As you're not on Parlay Play, you can use the code DKDFS for a $100 deposit match bonus, or you can use the link down below. But how it works is you're building out slips of player props. All the sports listed are up here, and you can go up to 75x your money. If you do want to give it a try, click that link and deposit. If you do, it does help support the channel. And if you guys are looking for more content for DFS or for prop stuff, you can check out my Patreon link down below. Okay, so let's recap last couple of nights. So tonight did not go well for me for GPPs. I avoided some of the chalk bust, but landed on some of the Jazz, and that game turned into a massive blowout. I knew that was a risk, but kind of is what it is. So that was the reason I did not cash. But I have to go over this really quick. I already covered this on Patreon, but this happens to me like once or twice a year where I forget to enter my normal contest, normal high stakes stuff. So this was on Friday, right? I finished in the top 200 of the big tournament. Okay. I just entered my normal contest. Yes, I'm a sicko. I went back and looked. You can go to Draftkings, you can go back to contests, and you can see what you would have won. If I would have entered my normal contest, would have won $2,000. So even when I am winning, I am running awful. Like I said, and as you guys all watch, no one, and I mean no one, runs worse than me. There's just no one. This happens to me once or twice a year, and every single time that it happens, my lineup always goes off, right? And it happened here. This is Friday. If I enter my normal $100 single entry, I win $2,000. So more proof. This is what this channel is all about. It's the main purpose of this channel. Submitting proof. You guys, you know that no one runs worse. All right, so let's talk about this. 5 games, Cleveland, Boston's first game here. Mobley, LeVert, don't believe either will be available for this game. We'll keep an eye on it. The game tonight, you saw Dean Wade start for Evan Mobley. Jared Allen got in massive foul trouble, and you had Tristan Thompson, the dust of Tristan Thompson, have a good game. But again, that was mainly just because of Jared Allen foul trouble. Now, there's a little blowout risk here for the Cavs, assuming Mobley doesn't play on the road against one of the best teams in the NBA. But if the game does stay competitive, I like the 2 guards here. Mitchell, 9.2. And Darius Garland, 8.3. I think factoring in salary, I would give the edge to Mitchell over Darius Garland. But in a competitive game, these two should push for close to 40 minutes. Jared Allen, if he avoids foul trouble, probably plays low 30s minutes, would make him a reasonable play. You got Max Strus here at 6.4. Did not have the best game tonight. Got in foul trouble and shot 1 of 9. Most of the time, though, he is also playing big minutes. And then if Dean Wade starts again, sure, he's playable, but it's such a painful roster to click Dean Wade. The floor is so low on him. You got also some pretty gross values. You got Niang at 4.9. I think that's a little bit too expensive for my liking. Coral's 4.8. No thank you on that. And then you got Tristan Thompson who'll play the backup 5. But again, got extended minutes tonight because of massive foul trouble. So outside of the 2 guards, there's not a ton that I love. I think Allen and Strus are reasonable plays. I don't think I'm going to be messing with the value here for Cleveland. On the Boston side, so the issue with Boston when they're fully healthy is always trying to figure out, well, okay, well, which Celtic do I want to play, right? I've interested all the main guys. Tatum, 9.9K. Jaylen Brown is 7.9. You got Porzingis at 7.5. That, assuming no limitations, probably plays low 30s minutes. Drew and Derek White are good options in the mid-range. These guys should play mid-30s minutes. You got Horford, I think is a little bit too expensive coming off the bench. But any of the main 5 guys, Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Holiday, and White, all look decent to me. The issue is, like, all right, well, which ones do you want to play? Right? They all look pretty similar to me. I think they're all, again, decent options, but no one that really stands out to me on Boston. And I think Horford's a little bit pricey. Rounding out the rotation, you'll see some Sam Hauser, 4.3. If he's making his shots, he has a ceiling. You'll see some Peyton Pritchard play some backup point. If the game does blow out, he's the guy that does get extended in that scenario. And yeah, that's basically it for Boston. So let's talk about the Lakers and the Mavs. So you got AD and LeBron questionable once again. AD's been probable, I think. They've been listing as probable for the last like 10 plus games, but now he's questionable. So maybe there is a slight chance that AD does not play here. We'll keep an eye on it. But assuming both play, AD 9.8, LeBron 9.7. I always give the edge to Anthony Davis over LeBron. It's also very nice that Anthony Davis has power forward eligibility now instead of just center eligibility. LeBron at 7.7 or 9.7, I think is solid, but again, I prefer AD to him. You got the 2 options in the mid-range. D'Lo, 6.2. Reeves, 5.8. Both solid tournament plays. Would expect 25 to 30 minutes from D'Lo. Similar from Reeves. Neither are guaranteed to close. Usually the Lakers have been, or a lot recently, they've been going Reeves over D'Lo in the closing lineup. And then you got the 3 and D wings, Reddish at 4.4, Taurean Prince at 4.1. Prince got in foul trouble last game. Most of the time, these guys are playing 25 to 30 minutes. Make some solid values. It just comes down to can they make their shots or not. Rui barely played last game, only played 9 minutes before that. 20 plus the last 4 for him at 4.1K. If you give him 20 plus minutes, I think he's going to stand out as a good value play. You got Vanderbilt questionable. If he misses, maybe a little bit more minutes for Rui. I think Jackson Hayes would probably play a little bit. Christie probably plays a little bit, but I don't think enough for me to consider him. Let's talk about Dallas. So Dallas, we got, assuming everyone that is out again is out tomorrow, then there's a lot to like here for Dallas. Probably my favorite team to target. Kyrie, Hardaway, Grant Williams, Green, Kleba. You got Derrick Jones Jr. who got injured today and did not return. So assuming all those guys are out, again, there's just a lot to like here for Dallas. Luka would be my preferred option on this slate. Play 44 minutes tonight. So yeah, Luka would look great. Exum would play big minutes at 5.7K. Would really like him. He'd be the secondary playmaker. Derek Lively, if he avoids foul trouble, probably plays all the minutes he can handle. Play 35 minutes tonight. Just a matter of can he stay out of foul trouble against Anthony Davis. And then, yeah, if all these guys are out, I mean, there's going to be minutes to go around. Seth Curry, Jaden Hardy. Curry played 20 minutes in the starting lineup. Didn't do a ton. Hardy had a good game off the bench. We know Hardy is a good point per minute guy. Just a matter of, his minutes are all over the place, though. It's always really hard to trust Jason Kidd. Powell will back up Lively. And then you did see some pretty gross guys end of the rotation. Prosper played some. You saw Markieff Morris get dusted off. You saw AJ Lawson play minutes. I don't really know if I can get to any of these guys. I mean, maybe Markieff Morris did play 21 minutes tonight. The flat min price, a little bit interesting. So let's talk about Denver and Chicago. For Denver, Jokic, sub 12K. Pretty safe play, in my opinion. Just the guy that contributes in a lot of different ways. So yeah, no issue going to Jokic there. MPJ, Gordon feel a little bit pricey with Jamal Murray. Back now, just keep an eye on Jamal Murray news. I know he got a little bit banged up, but was able to finish the game. I think there's a chance he can maybe sit here in a back-to-back, but if he plays, I think he's solid in tournaments. The minutes have not been amazing since his return, but still a guy that does have a ceiling. Don't really know if we get to anyone else up from Denver. Like Reggie would be way overpriced, assuming Jamal Murray plays. I think KCP's a bit overpriced. I don't really know if I can stomach any of the bench guys. There's not getting enough run right now. Now for Chicago, so assuming Levine and Caruso are both out again, then yeah, DeRozan, Vooch, they're going to run the offense. DeRozan with just an absolute troll game. I've been playing him a lot recently without Levine. He's been kind of subpar games. Finally didn't click him tonight. Overtime and a 60 bomb. I said, just more proof. Adding to my case. But yeah, if the game stays competitive, DeRozan and Vooch get a significant usage bump. But Kobe White is also playing huge minutes and been playing really well too. So these three are firmly in play for me. White, DeRozan, Vucevic. Yeah, I have interest in all three of these guys. Patrick Williams kind of more just indifferent on him, but he should play mid-30s minutes or so. Ayo Dosunmu, literally insert the Tony Snell meme. He literally recreated the Tony Snell meme. 26 minutes, nothing across the board. No stats. That is incredible. Quite literally the Tony Snell meme. Torrey Craig at 4.5 feels a little bit pricey to me. Drummond, he had a huge game in 14 minutes. But again, Drummond can do that. That's just too pricey for him unless you think Vooch gets in foul trouble. A couple games left. You got Golden State and Phoenix. This is going to be a good game to watch. I don't think so much for DFS, though. Steph Curry, 9.5 is always fine for tournaments. But again, when this team is fully healthy, Kerr runs a pretty deep rotation. You got Draymond, CP3, Clay, Wiggins. I mean, if you feel really good about one of these guys, you can go to them. But like I said, like Kerr's probably playing 10, 11 guys. Sarge feels too pricey. Kuminga's had a couple big games, but his minutes are never really secure. They've been all over the place. If you just look at the last 5 games, 10, then 23, then 16, then 17, then 29. Moses Moody's been playing well. He got in foul trouble last game, only played 16 minutes. You might even see still a little bit of Podziemski. It's just they're running too deep of rotation right now for me to really feel good about anyone. So I think Steph Curry would probably be my preferred option. But yeah, if you want to take some shots in like Draymond or CP3, Clay, Wiggins, be my guess. But none of those guys stand out to me. And for Phoenix, looks like the big three will be playing in this game. Beal is back. Kevin Durant, limited participant in practice. He's questionable. Now, assuming he plays, I don't think there's a ton to love here for Phoenix. A lot of these guys are priced up from when Beal's been out. Now you got Beal back. That's a relative high usage player back in this offense. Don't know. I don't think Beal plays enough for me to consider him. I mean, can you still get to Booker and Durant? Sure, but neither would really stand out to me, assuming they both play. My boy Nurkic has been playing well, but that feels like a correct price point. Gordon's way overpriced, assuming everyone is in. I don't think I can stomach any of these wings. They're too pricey. So there would not be much here if Durant is in. Now, if Durant is out, that's where things change. Then I like Booker at the top because Booker would be the clear go-to guy. Beal, still don't know if he would play enough for me to consider him, but then like some of these secondary plays become a bit more interesting. Nurkic would be a little bit more interesting. Maybe Gordon, but I still don't love that price point. So again, Kevin Durant news is pretty important. And finally, Sacramento and the Clippers. So you got the two-man game here of Fox and Sabonis. That's where the offenses run. 9.6K for Fox. Have been playing extremely well of late. Sabonis 9.5. Yeah, I think both are solid options here. Again, expect big minutes from both. Malik Monk has also been playing way more of late. He's averaging close to 30 minutes a game off the bench. I like his upside in tournaments. You got the wings of Murray, Herter, Barnes. You guys know I'm going to say usually the closing lineup is Fox, Sabonis, Monk, and like two of these guys. But yeah, so all the wings I think are viable. Murray, Herter, Barnes. No standouts there for me. The bench, there's not a ton here. I will mention Trey Lyles at 4K. I want to say he played like 20 minutes tonight. The minutes have been a little bit up and down in him, but if you give him close to 20 minutes again, I think Lyles is a decent value play. And then we'll finish it up with the Clippers. So broken record here for the Clippers, but again, when fully healthy, these guys are hard to pick between. But I like the price points on all of them. Paul George 8.4, Kawhi 8K, Harden 7.8K. I think all of them feel a little bit too cheap in a game that should be played at a fast pace. So I like all three. Again, the issue is picking between these three. Now, ownership will play a big factor in what I do with the big three here for the Clippers in GPPs. For example, if two of these guys are projecting for like 40% ownership and one's projecting for 20%, then I'm just going to lean to whoever's the lowest owned of this group. Westbrook is still too pricey at 7.4 for the minutes that he is playing. Ivica Zubac at 6.2. I like the matchup for him. He's had a couple of big games against the Kings. If he avoids foul trouble and plays, around 30 minutes, I do like his ceiling. And then you got Powell and Mann kind of rounding out the rotation. I think Powell is reasonable. Nice eligibility. He's been playing 25 to 30 minutes. Daniel Tice will back up Zubac. If you think Zubac gets in foul trouble, she's a little bit of minutes, you can take a shot on a contrarian Daniel Tice. But yeah, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. As always, if you do enjoy this, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you all in the next one.